Hello, future medical professionals. Welcome to an exciting journey into the intricacies of the human body. Today, we are diving deep into disorders of the excretory products and their elimination. This topic is crucial for your NEET preparations, covering how our body's waste removal system can go wrong. We'll explore these fascinating challenges across 4 levels: easy, medium, hard, and hardest, building your knowledge step by step. Let's begin. Ready to understand the basics? In our easy segment, we'll uncover some common issues that can affect your body's waste disposal system. It's simpler than you think. Our body's waste management system, mainly the kidneys, is vital. When it falters, we face disorders. First up, kidney stones or renal calculi. These are hard mineral deposits forming inside your kidneys. They often develop when your urine becomes too concentrated, allowing minerals like calcium oxalate to crystallize. Symptoms include severe pain, blood in urine, and nausea. Imagine tiny, sharp rocks forming inside you. That's how painful they can be. Next, we have glomerulonephritis, which is inflammation of the tiny filters in your kidneys called glomeruli. This can be triggered by infections or autoimmune reactions. When glomeruli are damaged, they can't filter blood effectively, leading to waste buildup, swelling, and high blood pressure. Lastly, renal failure means your kidneys lose their ability to remove waste. This can be life-threatening and often requires dialysis or a kidney transplant. Understanding these basics is your first step. Time to test your understanding. Here are 3 practice questions for the easy level. Take a moment to think about them. What are kidney stones primarily made of? What is glomerulonephritis? And what are the common treatments for renal failure? Pause the video, answer them, and then check your knowledge. Now, let's step up to the medium level. We'll delve deeper into the mechanisms behind these disorders and explore their various types and initial treatments. The kidneys are central to maintaining our body's balance. Disorders can manifest as physical blockages like stones, inflammatory responses like glomerulonephritis, or a complete functional breakdown, known as renal failure. Kidney stones, or renal calculi, form when urine is supersaturated with minerals, leading to crystal growth. These can be calcium stones, uric acid stones, or even struvite stones caused by infections. Each type has its unique formation story. Glomerulonephritis, on the other hand, is an immune-mediated inflammation of the glomeruli. It can be acute, often following a bacterial infection, or chronic, developing slowly over years. Symptoms include blood and protein in urine, swelling, and high blood pressure. Early diagnosis through urine and blood tests is crucial. Treatment often involves steroids or immunosuppressants to control the inflammation and preserve kidney function. Renal failure comes in 2 main forms: acute kidney injury, a sudden decline that can be reversible, and chronic kidney disease, a progressive, irreversible loss over time. AKI can be caused by severe dehydration or blood loss, while CKD often results from long-standing conditions like diabetes and hypertension. Management involves dialysis, either hemodialysis or peritoneal dialysis, which artificially filter the blood, or ultimately, a kidney transplant, offering a more permanent solution. Alright, 5 practice questions for our medium level. These will challenge you to connect the causes with the specific disorders and their basic treatments. For example, can you differentiate between the causes of acute versus chronic kidney failure, or identify the main types of kidney stones? Test yourself and solidify your understanding. Welcome to the hard level. Here, we'll dissect the complex etiologies, advanced diagnostics, and intricate therapeutic interventions for excretory disorders. Kidney disorders can be classified based on where the problem originates: prerenal, due to reduced blood flow; intrinsic renal, involving direct kidney damage; or postrenal, caused by urine outflow obstruction. For renal calculi, the pathophysiology involves not just supersaturation but also imbalances of stone promoters and inhibitors. Advanced diagnostics like CT scans are crucial. Treatments have also evolved, including extracorporeal shock wave lithotripsy or ESWL, ureteroscopy, and percutaneous nephrolithotomy for larger stones. Glomerulonephritis often has an immunological basis, involving immune complex deposition or antibody-mediated injury. Specific types like post-streptococcal GN or SLE nephropathy have distinct mechanisms. Diagnosis relies on detailed renal biopsies, complemented by specific antibody tests. Treatment protocols now utilize targeted immunosuppressants like cyclophosphamide. Moving to chronic kidney disease, it's staged by GFR, and its complications include anemia and bone disease. Management involves strict blood pressure and glycemic control, often with renoprotective drugs like ACE inhibitors. Renal replacement therapy, or RRT, encompasses hemodialysis and peritoneal dialysis. Hemodialysis filters blood externally, requiring vascular access, while peritoneal dialysis uses the body's own peritoneal membrane. Each has its advantages and disadvantages. Kidney transplantation offers the best long-term outcome for end-stage renal disease, but it's a complex process involving meticulous HLA matching and lifelong immunosuppression to prevent rejection. Understanding these intricate details is vital for a comprehensive grasp of the topic. Now, for 7 challenging questions at the hard level. These questions will push you to analyze disease classifications, specific mechanisms, and advanced treatment modalities. For instance, can you describe the 3 main etiological categories of AKI or explain the immunological basis of specific glomerulonephritis types? Good luck! Alright, prepare for the ultimate challenge. In this hardest level, we'll explore the cutting edge of renal science, diving into molecular pathogenesis, bioengineering insights, and global health implications. At the molecular level, many glomerular diseases involve podocyte dysfunction, with genetic mutations in proteins like nephrin causing conditions such as congenital nephrotic syndrome. Dysregulation of the complement system, as seen in atypical hemolytic uremic syndrome, also plays a critical role in glomerular damage. Furthermore, renal fibrosis, the common pathway for chronic kidney disease, is driven by key mediators like transforming growth factor beta, which promotes collagen deposition and scarring. Understanding these molecular underpinnings is crucial for developing targeted therapies. Advanced diagnostics go beyond basic tests. Renal biopsy interpretation, for instance, involves light, immunofluorescence, and electron microscopy for definitive diagnosis. Genetic testing is increasingly vital for inherited kidney diseases like polycystic kidney disease, aiding in early diagnosis and family counseling. Pharmacological innovations are transforming treatment, with SGLT2 inhibitors showing remarkable renoprotective effects even in non-diabetic CKD patients, alongside traditional RAS blockers. These drugs work by modulating glomerular hemodynamics and reducing inflammation, offering new hope for slowing disease progression. The evolution of renal replacement therapy is a testament to bioengineering. From Kolff's early artificial kidney to modern high-flux dialyzers, the principles of countercurrent flow and efficient membrane filtration have saved countless lives. Research is now pushing boundaries with wearable artificial kidneys, implantable bioartificial kidneys integrating living cells, and even xenotransplantation, aiming to overcome the critical shortage of donor organs. These innovations promise to revolutionize how we manage end-stage renal disease. The challenges in organ transplantation, particularly immunological rejection, remain significant. Lifelong immunosuppression is mandatory, balancing the prevention of rejection with risks of infection and malignancy. The global burden of chronic kidney disease is immense, affecting over 10% of adults worldwide, with diabetes and hypertension being major drivers. Public health strategies are crucial, focusing on early screening, risk factor management, and lifestyle modifications to prevent progression. Ethically, organ allocation policies and equitable access to renal replacement therapy present complex dilemmas that require careful consideration. The future of nephrology lies in continued research into stem cell therapy for kidney regeneration and gene therapy for inherited disorders, offering exciting prospects for restoring kidney function and improving patient outcomes globally. Time for your first set of 5 toughest questions. These will challenge your understanding of molecular pathways, advanced diagnostic techniques, and the mechanisms of novel pharmacological agents. For example, can you explain the role of podocytes in glomerular diseases or the renoprotective effects of SGLT2 inhibitors? Think deeply and articulate your answers. Here are the remaining 5 questions for the hardest level. These questions delve into the bioengineering principles of dialysis, the immunological challenges of transplantation, and the broader public health implications of kidney disease. Can you discuss the future of RRT or the ethical considerations in organ donation? These are designed to prepare you for the highest level of competitive exams. Good luck! And that brings us to the end of our comprehensive session on excretory system disorders. We've journeyed from basic definitions to the cutting edge of renal science, covering everything from kidney stones to advanced transplantation immunology. Mastering this topic is essential for NEET and beyond. For more such in-depth content and to continue your learning journey, visit synapse.omaps.in. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more amazing educational content. Keep learning, keep growing, and see you in the next session.